Well, what do we have here? I am coming to you through your ears once again. Hello.
Are you going to introduce who you are?
I think I'm going to introduce who you are, mysterious second voice coming through your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed March, and I am Van Landen, and that is Holden Albright, the other
If we
voice
did,
in
if
the
we
ears.
did, if we did production on the monthly episodes, this is when it would be like an Eminem, like, guess who's back? This is an Eric Bischoff, I'm back. This is, there's a bunch, but the benefit of this show and why it's the first one back is because we just press record, and then we press stop record, and then we post this.
And I think if I was also, let's say we were doing some sort of like DJ man booth on the production, I would be editing not just the Eric Bischoff I'm Backs with you and things like that, but I would be going as far as to have your voice in one headphone, my voice in the other. So let's say somebody had one earbud in, it wouldn't even make sense. You would just be hearing one portion of the dialogue.
I relate so much. Like even right now, my headphones are only covering one ear. Of like, while you described that, I hated it.
Exactly. If you're in your car, you're fine though. Or if we're just coming on speakerphone, where are we? Let us know.
Email us because we have a proper email. Email all inquiries to mail@gtawire.com.
Look at that. We're already back with an official email. Mail at gtawire.com.
And gtawire.com will be a very important destination to go to, but we'll get into that later on in this podcast. It's March, it's 2026.
This is
I
March.
you're a year I don't remember. I think I we did do a Christmas special at some point. Did we? I think we did. No, we
I
just said
think we
fuck it for
did.
this year.
No, I think we did. Did
I
we
feel like we
not?
no, we may have been off since the break in November, December. Either way, what I'm trying to fucking say, which is great that it's just rambling. Like what I love, especially for the next few months as we like hard launch this in June, which will be the 14th anniversary. And as we record this March 2nd, it's the 14th anniversary since I first registered GTAWire.com. Uh
Mm.
14-year June 10th, 2012, I uploaded my first podcast on the feed with a buddy of mine at the time, Anthony Noonian. Probably should have named names, but I didn't. I don't even think he uses his social media anymore, though. Anytime someone doesn't use their social media, like no, when Facebook pops up, it's this person's birthday, and all their posts have just been people saying happy birthday for 8 years. I
Are
know
you
I'm in a
calling
better
me out?
I know I'm in a better headspace now because before I used to think maybe they're dead. Now I'm like, oh, they probably don't use Facebook because they're having a good life. Um, but uh, just the rawness of this, what I tried to say, and I could talk about what I gave you this weekend. You have turned another year older. You celebrated a birthday in January.
I did. And now I am a year older. I feel uh fucking 15 years old sometimes, mentally at least. Um, but I'm continuing to hang in there. I I can't believe how little snow there is in Hamilton compared to where I live. But needless to say,
I have to be there on Sunday. What's the weather forecast for this week? Because like
oh,
Aurelia and Stratford and Cambridge for the shows I have coming up this month are only because I have friends in the area. Every other show is within like 30 minutes of me. One is literally down the street and around the corner in Brampton.
Which, by the way, see you there. And yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, what planet do I live on? I literally live in Hoth with how much snow I have. And so the other day, like I got these crazy like blisters on my hands and stuff. But the other day, I'm just like chopping away at ice. I lifted, I guarantee it was 100 pounds chunk of ice out of my freaking just pathway because I'm just clearing it because that's how bad it was. And yeah, so I'm aging myself even faster every winter up here. Don't worry. But another year older, but I feel physically at least 15 years older after lifting that hunk of ice.
I've bought a lot of winter equipment this year. The biggest investment I've made, and I bought a lot of bags of it, is ice demelter. Because especially I have a corner house, so whenever the plow comes around, I get the end of them skirting it out. So like my driveway always gets fucked up. And luckily now there's just one car in the driveway. I only need a clear path for one vehicle. I don't need to clear the whole driveway or enough space for it or whatever bullshit as before. But ice demelter is a real thing. I also bought like a lot of like metal shovels and such of just like hatcheting the ice that's at the bottom of my fucking driveway. It's just I've survived because I've bought a lot of Alaska ice demelter premium.
I had half a mind to start a snowplowing business. I think the future investment with climate change is let me figure out snow removal at its peak.
I want to put a snowplow on an ATV just so I can justify buying an ATV.
I know you would make an entrance with that ATV.
So unlocked because my life's a sitcom. I've got like two and a half ATV stories. Would you like to hear them?
I want to start with the half one and then go to the full ones. I want to
So
start with the 2.5 men stories.
so it's 1.5. It's
Okay, okay.
Jackass with bonus features.
Fair enough, fair
So when
enough.
I was real young, my dad had an ATV. And I think between him and his friend, or my dad had both of them, left it at my at his friend's place. But one was a three-wheeler, one was a four-wheeler. All I remember is later on, and the friend's name was like Tweety Bird or something. Uh, I do know I saw this. They airbrushed like a sexy Marge Simpson on it.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
very
late 90s kind of shit.
yeah.
Like, and I'm pretty sure her tits weren't out, but I wouldn't be surprised if one tit was out.
Hey, Tweety Bird, you got the Marge Simpson?
You're not far off. That friend also, because I was talking to my mom about him the other day, of he lived with his brother. I thought like he might have been like a little gay or something, but he did have a dog that hated children. And his house was also the only house like my dad would my dad would like be meeting up with him or something. And it's just one of those like, hey kid, here's a TV, also here's a controller. I think that might have been I may have played a lot of like NASCAR Winston Cup like 2099 on PlayStation there, but I know for sure at his house is when I held a Sega like Genesis, I think it was, controller. And I was just like, "Oh, okay." I don't remember. I'm sure I think I played Sonic because that would make sense, but I just remember going, "This isn't a PlayStation or a Nintendo controller."
You saying that just unlocked so many memories for me about the here kid, just play this video game. You right? And all we did
Just
was play
yours are
that
a
video
little
game.
But yours are a little more traumatic than let's distract the child. Yours was, hey, literally do not look this way.
Not in that always
But
instance,
sometimes. And the This is
but
Van
enough.
Landen podcast from a few years ago that'll be posted shortly. That will get you the insight of the heaviness of Van Landen's upbringing.
There you
But then
go.
the one story, which is like the actual jackass story now that I think about it, my buddy had a four-wheeler and a dirt bike. I wasn't gonna ride the dirt bike, but he had I think maybe his grandparents lived at that house, but they had a house with like some land maybe in Caledon. And we were going around the house on the four-wheeler and the dirt bike, and I smacked the shit out of a tree. Like a good portion of the bark fell off. That's how hard I hit it. And I fucking hit my fucking hips on the handlebar so bad that it was one of the first times I got a purple bruise.
Nice.
And it
Yep.
was like immediate and tender and like trying to hide. I think I don't remember how it went, but we definitely tried to put the bark back on the tree to like try to hide that it happened. And at some point they figured out how it happened. And like I didn't get yelled at because like it wasn't mine. My friend got yelled at, but he was also like he was on the spectrum before people knew there was a spectrum. Like he was on the pills, but people didn't know autism. They still had like Asperger's and ADD. I don't even think they had ADHD. It was only standard definition at the time. Now that like I'm just sounding older and older as I say this shit. But like you're a little younger than me, so it's not as bad for you, but for me it's a lot of like undiagnosed stuff. So it's like he was on that. He also was he it's the only time in my life, not the first time, the only time that I knew a child that was being given laxative candies. Like I think it was me, him, and a couple other kids. We were like morbidly obese kids, but luckily for me, I'm thick. He was penguin shaped though. Like that motherfucker ran like a penguin when we played softball. Funniest thing I ever saw in grade six. A lot of trauma dumping. Either way, I think he's married now. Shout out, not gonna say his name.
I thought it might have came out, but you
Almost
never
up. That's why
know.
I was like, let me tease that. But yeah, those are my ATV stories.
Man, I just hope that at the next Kinmount Fair, 3 shows one day, GCW, you pull out the ATV entrance.
Uh Bruce Thunderstein does not like walking to the ring.
Mm.
I did the improv night at New Wave, and it was him and Grizz in an exercise of like come up with a tag team entrance if Grizz and Bruce Thunderstein were one character. And they were like, we come out in an eight, or I come, the character comes out in a ATV, does whatever. And then I partnered with Bruce, and he's like, I'm like, what? We're gonna come out in a hearse? Because it's like we our exercise was we were a tag team. The other exercise was mold your characters into one wrestler. So mine and Bruce's team were funeral directors. So we were in the business of death.
Nice,
He
nice.
sells the caskets. I kill you so you end up in the casket.
I'm just picturing like an Adams family portrait of like
100%.
him like very extra like trying to sell some shit and then you're just there like
Lurch, just Lurch
he's
and Uncle
straight up
Fester put together.
lurching. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
But I asked him when we went. I was
WCW
like
7 perhaps.
a little less pedophilish, but yeah.
Word,
Uh,
word.
or sorry, it's 2026 podcast. PDF file, whatever.
Yeah, a little less of that.
Ah, fucking, I'm gonna say the joke, or just government officials in the states.
Oh shit.
Uh, it's not that big. Calm down. It wasn't worth that pop. I slapped the leg. What's it called? Yeah, I straight up asked him. I said, "So you don't like coming? So the ATV was your idea then?" And he's like, "Yeah. Since I started doing the one wheel hoverboard to the ring, I decided I don't want to walk to the ring ever again. How else can I get there that's motorized?"
Nice. Nice.
But tell the people what I gave you on Friday for your belated birthday gift.
I got him right behind me. And behind me, I have 2 VHSs, but not just any 2 VHSs. And no, all you freaks out there, not the China Fitness tape. I, in fact, got
Okay, I'll say it after you finish this.
I got given ECW Hardcore History and ECW Path of Destruction on VHS, and one has a never before seen like by me in that regard. I've never seen it before, never had the tape. And then the other one I got a little sentimental with you once you gave it to me. And I've furthermore just super confirmed it with my father about how one of the tapes you given me, re-given me, is one that I used to have as a little kid, which I definitely should not have been watching ECW at that age. Here I fucking was. And that's where I learned about guys like Shane Douglas, Too Cold Scorpio, and I got to see ECW in its, like, I guess you could say pure form. Not, what did we say earlier? Revisionist history ECW, none of that bullshit.
You
I got
didn't get the RF video fan cam released 10 years after the company died. You got
exactly.
video released while in marketing that Paul Heyman bounced the checks on.
And I straight up remember watching it. Like I have memories of watching it at my grandparents' house because the final match on the tape is Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Psicosis, which by the way, smoking a lot of marijuana can lead to psychosis. I'm just gonna let you listeners know that. So heads up.
And become a cool luchador wrestler if you
You
smoke a
will
lot of weed,
become a
is what I'm hearing.
you will become a cool luchador with the horns. Fuck yeah. And I remember wanting to watch that match so bad and being a little kid and not knowing how to fast forward. So once again, thank you, my friend.
When we were in the parking lot, you were like the memories were flushing back to you, and it was funny to see. But
Oh yeah.
I I ended up so I'm not really big on collecting stuff right now, but the one thing that is like piquing my interest is apartments and what's it called? WWF specifically DVDs. That's now my collection goal focus of if they especially the I know because Stone Cold said so. There's a WWF DVD release of it.
Yes, there is.
That's the one that I want to get. But now I think I do have like the best of Raw, the best of Confidential, like the early Ruthless Aggression. I think my rule to you when I was saying was up till WrestleMania 20 is my like goal for stuff and pay per views I like. So I saw a listing. I actually saw the ECW VHS listing. Message my buddy Van over here. Hey, do you have any ECW tapes? But I think I was clever how I tricked you because I said, "Do you have any ECW and oh fuck WCW tapes, or do you just have WWF tapes?" Which I have contributed to the collection before, also.
Yes, you
So
have.
so you're like, no, I only have WW, no ECW, WWF, and no WCW events, but a couple compilations like a Best of Goldberg tape.
Which I'm
So,
looking at currently.
so I look at the two ECW tapes. I look at the seller's other listings. I see what I end up picking up: WWF Judgment Day 2002 and 2003, which, ironically enough, both feature Stone Cold versus The Undertaker matches.
Nice.
And then it is Backlash 2002, no, 2003, because it's a undisputed title. Uh, so I picked up those, and I think it's the Backlash. No, the Judgment Day is the first WWE pay-per-view. So I think WWE Backlash is released, but if you watch it, it's still WWF graphics.
Mm.
So it's 2002 Backlash. Uh,
Pre-blur.
yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't watched the DVD
Oh.
because this is when it's the original poster was that. And like, do you know on the original Undisputed title, they just I don't know if it's taped or chipped away, but they just took the black part out of the F part of the logo,
Yeah,
so it
I
was
thought they
still
like
a star.
painted it or something. Yeah, something
They
like
try
that.
to. I think I saw Conrad Thompson put up a video of it and showing like this is the title, and like you can still see it says WWF, even though
Hmm.
uh so it's that's my collection. He also had Dogma because I'm also kind of going down the I want the doom scrolling of Netflix, but simplified to just grab a DVD off the shelf. I'm going, I guess I'm watching this. And that's where going back to because it was a different PWO show. I think I was still wrestling or no, I was hanging out. And it was I saw a couple of WWF DVDs in a bulk sale of it's like 100, it's 80 DVDs. It was $100 originally. He marked it down to 50. I saw five WWF, WWE. I think there's Rumble 2000, 2001, 2002 in
Oh,
it.
2000's a great one.
I think I got two of those DVDs at this point now. I'm not too
I
sure.
love that. That was a very well watched Rumble
I
2000.
think that's my favorite Rumble pay-per-view. Cactus and Triple H is one of my top five matches. I do think Rumble 2001 or 2002 might be my favorite Rumble match.
For the match itself. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I think Rumble 2000 is my favorite Rumble show.
you also
Possibly
have
it's
the
up there
tables
favorite
match.
pay-per-view. The tables match and the tag titles match.
And it's a weird one, especially when you know the Baxter and such like that, but the three-way between China Jericho and Hardcore Holly isn't the
Yes.
worst.
It's not the worst. It's solid as heck. And all the stories that Jericho's told
Oh,
about that.
that's why it makes it such a fucking better
Hmm.
match because of everything else that comes out of it.
All
Uh
right.
so I picked up that stuff for myself and then I said, "Hey," because he's like, "Oh, I have other stuff that's not listed." Nothing really piqued my interest. He had a stack of stuff. I sent the photo over to Van. I'm like, "Any of these interest you?" And you're like, not really." And there's a Goldberg tape in the picture I sent Van. And I was gonna make a joke of going, "Is this the Goldberg tape you were mentioning?" But I didn't comment that. I sent the photo. Van said, "I don't need anything," and then he went, "That fucking Goldberg tape." I said, "Is that the one?" And you're like, "It absolutely is."
That fucking Goldberg tape. Call me Bret Hart at this point with that Goldberg tape.
Oh man, but so I my peak season was not as financially lucrative as I was hoping it would be at work. So I dealt with a little stress of that, but I had the positivity of working these long hours, was distracted by work, didn't let myself get spiral, and then I had 4 days off because of Christmas. I was super scared about it. I think I took mushrooms at some point during that. I conquered it, but then like every couple of weekends for this year, because we're in March now, I realized I was starting to get like a little bit of manic during the weekend, especially when like I had to like go pick up my mother from somewhere or I was waiting for something with my sister and it's like I need time, like I can't. And then I started watching a lot of movies and TV shows. Shout out Landman, shout out Shrinking, both great fucking shows. Highly recommend Shrinking. Landman, I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's a little bit heavier and yeah, I before we went on air, we were chatting because that's what we do. Um I came to this conclusion that like TV shows are so simple because you see all the drama and like you see the stuff that the character doesn't see, so you get the full picture. You don't see the miscommunication in there. Life isn't that way because you have seven other things going on. You don't know if the person trusts you. Your situation isn't going to be solved in this 30-minute episode. So it's like it's so stressful that like when I had that situation, like I told you, someone like being more direct, I'm like, okay, cool. But also because showing I'm in a more positive headspace, I'm not suicidal as I have been at different points in my life. One of my buddies, one of the cameramen at PWO, we were chatting. He said something that there's these little things of people make me feel like a valid human. And like it's hard to explain how that like interacts and such, but he said something that was very much a, oh, let's do something you enjoy. And I'm now realizing how much of a people pleaser and like how uncomfortable my life is that I don't actually have preferences. I'll ask other people, like, well, what do you want to do? I'll follow your lead or whatever. It's like, oh, because like, I don't care where we eat because there's probably some sort of chicken or a burger option. It's pretty fucking simple. Uh, or I will go out with someone adventurous and they have to order for me because I don't understand the menu. And they have to go like So if you, so I'll, I'm, they talk like this, Brendan. I will dumb it down to your level. So when you look at this thing at McDonald's or this or that or blah blah blah, so now before when I was like all single and depressed, I was like, I'm not fucking, and everyone else is fucking. To where now, and especially when it's like people you care about, you're like, oh, I don't care that they're fucking. I'm glad they found someone that they love and love them. I'm happy for. And then another thing, and we'll talk about this in the future. I think because it's this show, I think Brendan Caulfield as a dad is a possibility now.
I heard him on the radio the other night, Brendan
Who?
Caulfield.
Oh, shout out the draw. I actually had I had a trucker hat on for shout out Randy C. The draw on Montreal TSN 690, I believe. Check out, they got a whole bunch of like weekly review shows on their podcast feed. Me, PD Skills, TCO, Tyler Arrow, and then their hosts Eric and Randy. All future guests, TCO, a vault guest of Van and Hold in the Morning, which I'm gonna bring back that bit of future guest of the show.
Hmm.
Uh, Shout out Randy. I love Randy. Talk to him damn near every day, if not 6 out of 7 days of the week. I introduced as Holden Albright on this wrestling program, and he started calling me Brendan 2 minutes after that. No one corrected him. No one acknowledged it. It felt real bad for the audio listeners. But I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but that radio show launched in January, and as of right now, we were the most listened to or downloaded episode. So that
Hey.
proves, and it's another reason why we're back on the air for GTA Wire stuff. It shows like when you have a community, like you guys support us and you guys want to support us. And the way that we can support you supporting us is by making your days easier, giving you more entertainment. The world's a fucked up place. We have our opinions on it. It doesn't need to be said here, but I don't want to speak for you, so co-sign this after I say. I believe you do need to be informed. Ignorance is bliss, but we do live in a world where unfortunately some people need to they are hearing alarms or explosions or fires and stuff like that. And fortunately for us on this part of the world, if you're listening to it in North America, we are at the moment safe, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't enjoy life still. So we want to give you a little lighthearted stuff, give you some entertainment to not distract but alleviate the pressure of life. We do want you to be informed. We will at times speak our opinion, but in these little segments of entertainment, we want you to suspend your reality.
Yeah, I co-sign all that and agree because you're absolutely right. And I think there have been a lot of points in the time that you haven't heard me in your ears since then where I have considered what is more important in life because of how things are going. And so I am very motivated by a lot of what Mr. Albright just stated because he's absolutely right. Us being here for you, in turn, is you being here for us, vice versa, type of thing. And you're right. We have built this little community, and all you guys are real sick. And it's crazy that we are able to do this week after week. Now that we're back, I'm excited for it, but you're right. Shit's fucked out there.
So let's fuck with something that is lighter starting next week, because this podcast is going up Wednesday, March 4th, 3rd or 4th. Uh, Next week, we want to be back. And the next week. And the next week. Van and Holden returns. It won't be the in the morning, the topic. It will be a little bit more long form, but it'll be a little structured. We'll figure out the things we'll talk about beforehand. We'll come up with topics and have a little more elevation for it. So here's my idea. And let's kind of go tip for tat. I'll pitch an idea, you pitch an idea. Also remember, comment anywhere you're listening to this or email mail at gtawire.com. So you got a bunch of the plugs at the beginning. You thought I wasn't going to touch upon it anymore. Nope. Going to touch upon it again.
Yes, he is.
So my first idea is Van and Holden in the morning is a weekly podcast.
Mmm.
So Van and Holden season 3. Van and Holden in the morning, weekly podcast. Van and Holden in the evening is a live recording of the podcast. And my idea is we record 2 episodes. So it's every other week we're live. Episode 2, because we already did the topics and chatted about whatever, it's not like our life happened in that week. That also gives us 2 weeks to catch up again. Episode 2 is callers, not open lines per se. We'll figure out a way to do this, but have people call in, give us their gripes, give us their topics.
So it's sort of like an on week, off week in an essence of us running topics, possibly guests running topics. In if you were to just blanket statement that and look at it from the old format style in this new format. I see what you're
Yes.
saying. I see what you're saying. I think I like that idea. I think one thing that could be dangerous is we make our YouTube debut finally.
Do we so publish on video on YouTube or we go fucking let's fucking go. We'll figure out finer details. We're in the early stages. Hard launch is in June. So what we're planning right now, we might start next week. Don't do it again at the end of the month. We switch it up. Full disclosure. Full disclosure. Which
You
by the
know
way,
us. You know it's 3 seasons.
no, no,
You
no.
know
It's
us.
it's not you know us. We now know ourselves. Full disclosure, full transparency. I
This
told
could suck.
Van, I told not this kid, it's gonna not be great. It could be great. It could be great. Um, Full disclosure, I told Van we can't do the daily topics because you repeat topics and I get angry. I don't get angry at him repeating topics. I just rant about other fucking things. So at least if we do 45 minutes of just Van and Holden hanging out, talking about our goofy shit, maybe we play a video, maybe we show a movie trailer, we react because we do a live experience. My idea is, well, we'll figure it out. Finer details, finer details. Come, by the way, we're both in Aurelia this Sunday, March 8th, almost at October 8th. We're both in Aurelia. Come out because we're going to record a little selfie video to post on Instagram on Monday to announce it. Um, I don't know if it's the full recording, but I think the Van and Holden solo half of the recording is broadcast live. And then we go off air for the guests, mostly so that like we can edit out people that should not that are gonna get us fucking banned from Twitch.
That is a real worry and a real possibility. I'm not fully against it. However, I think that's more of a special treatment. I think that could be like a once in a month type of thing.
So I toyed with that idea earlier today of like maybe it's not always live. It's a live recording and we'll figure out how people will get access to it. Full disclosure, at
Yeah,
least for
people
next
can be
week,
behind the scenes for it, right?
I am well, we can give them a private, not broadcast link. I'm going to DM
Rhett and
everyone.
Link?
Link from Zelda, okay?
Oh, my bad, my bad.
I'm going to direct DM anyone that's ever commented on our weekly topics and give them the link to watch the show as we record it. I'm gonna DM them on Instagram to get that for at least next week for the special. Because we'll
I
figure out how to uh barrier of entry that.
mm,
I do think for the next little while though, the live recording should at least be posted at least that first half. I think we do it on like the main platforms once a month. Like it's the first recording of the month we do that live. But I do think on GTAWire.com we always broadcast live there. So that anyone that's actually on the site, and then full disclosure, gets the site numbers up, it gets us used to. And there is a difference between, so full disclosure, we started recording at 9:40, 9:30. We started the Zoom call at 7 o'clock. So at least if we're like, oh, whatever time on whatever day we'll record, if it's live, we need to hop in that room at like 6:45, 6:30. We need to jump on a phone call at 6 o'clock. We need to talk about shit that's not on the fucking air if we have that live audience. So I like the red lights on, let's fucking go motion of it. So
true.
I think at least for the little while, GTAWire.com will have that stuff, but not YouTube. And I think it is like post the stuff on YouTube for sure, video with the podcast. But I think we figure out how to stream it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Like especially for like the variety show portion of it, like blast it everywhere. Because that's also going to be a big thing that we're doing of I was gonna make a joke at the beginning. I didn't make it. Of Van's back and he's got a MacBook. His you can't see it right now. The fucking video quality is fucking tremendous. I
You
have a
guys have
boom.
no
I have a
idea.
boom arm. So it's like we are gonna be streaming a lot more. We were talking about stuff. We're just not going to say stuff. We're just gonna be doing it eventually. We're in the process of like you heard. We now have a proper email address. We're gonna be using the website for things. So
And
if
my
you had
hair smells good.
if you so tit for tat live monthly, if you were to put a pin on a day and time, what do you think it should be?
Monday night. Uh, there's something else after that, I forget. But yeah, I think Monday night.
I think 7 p.m. So we're a lead in for if you watch Monday Night Raw live, we can lead in because that's what I used to do with my This Is Brendan Instagrams. It used to be Monday nights at 7, so like
Do
it
you
could
think
bleed
there's
into it.
wrestling fans listening to us?
Do I think there's wrestling fans that watch wrestling shows and not just review content? No.
Hey, if you're a wrestling fan, thanks for being here. I like wrestling too.
Oh, really? We talked about fucking VHS and DVDs for fucking 10 minutes. But
Don't even get me started on the action figures.
so yeah, we just have I'm not overcoming my seasonal affective disorder or whatever. Like I had other stuff that was weighing me down, but today I had a really fun match I enjoyed with Nathan at PWO on Friday. I feel like there's a heaviness that's off of me. We're back to recording this weekend. A new episode of Dead Parent Society that was recorded 8 months ago with Hot Stepper McCray Martin will be coming up. That'll be monthly. Bobby B is going to be on the shows more often, and that's where we want you to chat with us and hang out with us. We want to interact with you. So stay tuned if you are interested in joining that. If we already have your information or you're members of our communities, we'll say, because we're not pushing it too hard, don't worry, you'll have access to those lives next week. But if you're not, email mail@gtawire.com or stay tuned to the at GTA Wire, at the Van Landen, at Holden Pro social medias after Sunday.
And with that, we thank you.
I will say this last thing call to action.
More than the
June,
email?
so June 10th, well, it's something another thing they
Oh,
can email
June
in.
10th. Oh,
So
June 10th.
June 10th is the 14 years. It doesn't have to be June 10th. I don't know what our schedules is. I don't even know what day June 10th is. But I want to tentatively pencil in. I will pencil in, but I'll put in pen that it's June. We will do a GTA Wire Day. At least
Mm.
like a hefty live stream. What would you want us to do?
And don't say IRL stream.
I will say this though, because I was going to mention it when you said it earlier. One of the tapes in the video collection I sent Van was a China fitness tape. Joni Lauer, 2001. I made a joke to Van. We should make content. Watch the tape and do the exercises.
Well,
I will say
I could make that happen.
if you send an e-transfer of $60 to mail at gtawire.com, I'll give 30 to Van. There will be, and you'll get the video before anyone else does. There will be the China fitness tape content. This is our version of, if you're a Major Pod fan, the history of Matt and Brian figures.
Only Vans.
$60 e-transfer, mail at gtawire.com. I'll send 30 to Van. Give us 6 to 12 weeks on delivery of the product, but it is possible to do.
And if
And
this
we will be
goes
fully closed.
and if this goes well, the next one is we do one of those hit circuit training ones afterwards. If you guys just loved this one so much.
Okay, can we just stick to like the Triple H power workout video and then the Stephanie power workout video before we do like P90X?
I
We do a
think
little
I think
DDPY.
Steiner has one as well. And I think if you're facially recognizable, I think it could may happen.
See, I think you just like worked yourself into a shoot there of you just created a series.
Of us doing workout tapes.
Like it's not the worst idea. It sounds fucking funny.
Stranger things have happened. You want to hear this crazy idea I had? And I would only do it if I had the budget. And consider this like behind the scenes raw footage for all you guys that are still listening to this, because I did try to sign off. But you're getting this one last one. This is a crazy pitch. There's a current problem plaguing our Walmarts.
I have no
And,
idea what you're talking about.
and that problem is WWE Elite Mae Young action figures. Doesn't matter where in Canada you may end up in a Walmart, you're gonna have at least 15 Mae Youngs looking back at you in the wrestling figure section. My idea is a mockumentary called Chasing May, where we visit every Walmart and fill in one van. We travel and we buy every single fucking one just to fucking be like, that's it. They're gone. And then maybe it's a Christmas miracle type of situation where we like donate it all after the fact,
Christmas
obviously.
curse.
Unfortunately for the kids, but it's a Christmas miracle that you wake up fucking Christmas morning and there's no Mae Youngs on the goddamn shelf anymore.
If someone reminds me in September or October, we will create this short Christmas horror movie.
Brutal.
I think
Chasing May.
that yeah, I think that would be a funny thing of like because
It'd be
we're in
hilarious.
March right now. So and shout out to the real ones for listening to this and if they remind us in September. But everything you just said without the actually buying them portion of it.
I know that's the part that sucks ass, eh?
We just pretend to buy a lot of them, or we do buy them and then return them immediately. Uh, but then I think the payoff of the movie is we do try to like submit it to like a child's toy drive, and they refuse us.
They go, yeah,
Like
listen, we don't
that's
know
our
who
Harold and Kumar.
May Young is, but the kids don't want this. Kids want kids want Batman and Furby.
Dude, now this is oh fuck. I think we need to Van and Holden needs to become the Cheech and Chong, Harold and Kumar of Ontario.
Bro, I've always fucking like low key thought that.
No, but I mean like we create like short films every few months of the characters doing the shit.
Well, as long as I can continue to get Cheech Dan Chong, I'm down.
Van and Holden presents Chasing May.
Imagine,
Because like that's
bro,
because
isn't
it's
that a
a
great
Christmas
title
movie.
too?
Yeah,
Isn't that a great title?
100%.
I thought about this fucking long and hard.
I really want I think it'll be so fun to do Chasing May and then like we figure out like an Easter movie or something. And just like every season having like a different like just pitch the story of like what's this holiday? Okay, let's make a short film based on this.
I'm gonna hate doing Family Day, but
Family Day is us trying to Family Day is us trying to find a family to accept us and realize we are each other's family. And then I find out that I have three children I didn't know about, and then I run away from it. So the whole movie is about finding family, and then I legitimately find offsprings and I off myself.
And with that, folks, we will see you down the road.
Full disclosure, I'm not suicidal. I did mention that earlier. It's
He
just for the
mentioned
bit.
it earlier. He mentioned it earlier. We're in the clear.
Talk to you guys next week. Van and Holden in the morning and in the evening return next Monday at 7.
Goodbye.